Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be learning how to make a clicker game. Yeah, it's just one of those games where you click an object and you get score.
Pretty boring, right? Wrong.
It sounds boring at least, but it can actually be fun sometimes. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. First, we want to choose an object to click. So then just delete the backdrop and search for a new sprite. Let's see. Do you like donuts? I like donuts. I like donuts a lot. Alright, no keys, no. What should I do? You might have to do what you want to do, but you might have to draw it if you don't have it. But I'm just gonna go simple and go with a ball. I don't know why. I'm just gonna name it coin. I'm gonna go like, just edit the sprite a bit. Now here's a little trick. If you hold down the Alt key and you resize it, it will stay centered while resizing. Pretty neat tricks. So here's another trick. See how the edges here are getting cut
Off.
Well, here's a way to fix this. Select the rectangle tool, set the fill to be transparent, and draw a rectangle around the entire shape. Boom. No more cut
Edges.
Okay. Much better. Just resize it. You guys can make this however you want it to be. I'm just gonna go with this because it just feels good. Okay, so now that I've created this, that doesn't. Gonna position it down here a bit. Alright, pretty good. Just resize it a bit. And now we make sure that it's centered in the screen. And then get working on it. Just make sure to rename this to object, or really just whatever you want to rename it to. So now we add when green flag clicked, add forever loop. This will make sure that it's always checking an if, and then touching mouse pointer, mouse down, an and operator. Now this here will make it so that if the mouse is clicked and the mouse is touching the object, then it will run what's inside this condition. Create a new variable, name it score hash for all sprites. Now I'm going to teach you a neat little trick. Hide this variable, set it to 0 at the beginning of the game, set it to 0, and then change it by 1 here. Alright, now we want to create a variable called score display for all sprites. Set it to large readout, and then when the green flag is clicked, set score display to join, let's say coins. Make sure to add a space here, and then add a score hash here, which will display this. Alright, now you don't have to deal with that variable. I don't know. just like where it doesn't look good. Now, don't put this here. Put it, and then what you want to do is put it right underneath the if. Wow, that's nice to know. What just happened? Hold up, what just happened? Well, this variable just got up to like a very big number. Here's why. Look, if you hold down the mouse key, there's nothing telling it to wait until the mouse is not pressed. So to do this, we had to wait until block, right in there, not, just duplicate this, mouse down and touching mouse pointer. This will wait until the mouse is not clicked. Now you can't hold it or do it. You have to click once. Okay. Now, anything you should change? Yes. So create a new sprite, paint it, remember, and add some text. Right +1. Set the color to yellow. Well, set it to whatever color you want. But make sure that it matches what we're doing. So now, when we do this is +1. And then here, we want to broadcast a message called add coins. Name it add coins. Okay. So now here, when I receive add coin, we'll first position it somewhere. So we'll just do go to X. Don't choose a value there. Let's do a pick random negative. So what you want to do is you first want to check the size of this, like 114.99. No, that's not right. So then here we'll choose somewhere from negative, I don't know, let's say negative 50 to 50, and then duplicate that. So now it will go somewhere within this position. Now if you want it to be smaller, you can change these values. You can really just do whatever you like with these values. I'm gonna size it down just a bit to 40. Alright, now what you want to do now is you want to show it here after you position it, and well, yeah, you could set that to 0 if you want it to appear above negative 30 and 30. Pretty good. Alright, let's try this now. The X now. You want this one to be 0 to 30. Good. Now, show it. And then we want to wait like 0.5 seconds, let's say. And then we want to slowly fade it away. So what we can do for this is we want to change color, change ghost effect, and we want to repeat this 4 times so that, look, it will slowly fade away. And then now we want to hide it and then clear the graphic effects. And when green flag clicked, we'll say hide. Let's test this out. Alright, let's try clicking it. Fading out. You may not like the fading out effect, so we can do this when I start as a clone. So here's a way to, since you might notice that it won't appear until you actually like until it completely fades away. So create clone of myself and drag this script under a when I start as a clone. Now, well, yeah, here you can just delete this clone instead of having to hide it and clear the graphic effects. Now it will appear like this. That doesn't look good. I don't think that is good. So I'm just gonna delete that, but you can keep it if you want, because it just doesn't look, it looks unnerving. Doesn't look good to see that. Now, you see how that just went behind it? Well, that's because we want it to always go to the front layer. Now, that's a flood. There's a problem with that. Really, you don't need to have a +1 thing, really. But it doesn't really matter. I think you can keep the clone effect, but I think it doesn't suit me. So I'll just do this and hide it after. It just doesn't suit me really. Okay, that looks good. And yeah. This feature also might not suit you. And you can delete it if you like. So then, but if you want to do that, then you just click the show button, drag it to where you want it to appear. Then make sure the project is stopped and boom, it magically appears there for you. Alright, let's try this out. Pretty good, right? Alright, so that's been dealt with. I don't think that suits me, so you can keep it like this.
Let's add a background.
What color? I wonder what color I should choose. Well, if you're struggling on what color you want to do, don't worry. Just choose any color that suits you. Alright. So, that's good. Now, we won't be adding any shops yet, because that's for another episode. And once we do that, we'll just do this and name it Clicker. Add an E1 here so that you know it's for episode 1. This is an important thing for the later episodes. So you'll want to do as I say. But that's it for today, and see you next episode.